A large army of people are coming, and there's lots of people, some people are kept as prisoners. So when they reached the church, they saw that on the wall of the church there was a writing. That writing was, أترجو أمة قتلت حسينا شفاعة جده يوم الحساب. That nation who killed Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, do they expect that they are going to be granted the intercession of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on the day of judgment? This was written on the wall of their church. So this army of Yazid, when they saw that, they asked the priest, who wrote this on the wall? Just now we martyred Imam Hussain, so quickly somebody wrote this on the wall? The priest said, no. This was written here 500 years before Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam came in this world physically. How long? 500 years before my Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was born. From that time it's written on this wall. So then the priest saw that they coming, and he asked, are you all the people who killed and who martyred the grandson of your Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? They said, yes. So the priest said, you are very foolish people. How can you do that to the grandson of your own Prophet? That Prophet whose kalima you read, the same Prophet's grandson you kill? So the priest had some softness in his heart. He said, take 10,000 dirhams, 10,000 silver coins. And he said, in exchange, give me this blessed head for one night. For one night, give me this blessed head and take 10,000 dirhams in exchange. Yazidis were happy, getting 10,000 dirhams, 10,000 silver coins, and this is our way. So no problem. One night, if we lend him the blessed head of Imam Hussain, it won't be an issue. He said, okay, no problem. They took 10,000 dirhams, they gave the head to the priest. So the priest went home. He wasn't a Muslim. He went home, quickly took the blessed head, then he wiped the blessed head. After he wiped the blessed head, he cleaned the blood. After he cleaned the blessed blood, then he kept the blessed head on a high place. That's all the priest did. He kept the head on a high place. After keeping the head on a high place, he looked at the blessed head. Then he noticed that a light was shining from the blessed head and going towards the sky. Priest is looking towards the head. The blessed head of Imam Hussain is looking at the priest. Priest is looking towards the head. Blessed head of Imam Hussain is looking there. They are exchanging glances with each other. Priest is looking, the head is looking back. Priest is looking, the head is looking back. Priest is looking at the light. This exchanging was taking place. All of a sudden, priest's heart became soft. He said, this face is the grandson of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then listen, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. I bear witness, there is none worthy of worship besides Allah, and Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the Prophet of Allah. I said the blessed head of Imam Hussain is so special, so unique, that just by looking at the blessed face of Imam Hussain, people accept Islam. The filthy hearts became clean. Then that Sunni Muslim who has the love for Imam Hussain in his heart, from the bottom of his heart, he loves Imam Hussain, and he leave this world, inshallah, on the day of judgment, the fire of Jahannam will not burn that person, because he has the love for the grandson of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Head of Imam Hussain has so much barakah that just that one head and the nazar which was exchanged between those two, it put iman in the heart of the priest. And what you going to say about the personality himself? When you can't understand the rank of the blessed head of Imam Hussain, you will never understand the rank of the blessed personality of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. When you can't understand the rank of Imam Hussain, you will never understand the rank of his father, Shaykh Khuda karamallahu ta'ala wajhal kareem. When you can't understand the rank of his father, you will never ever understand the rank of his grandfather, Sayyidina Anbiya Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So this was just the blessed head of Imam Hussain and such a long discussion took place. I didn't even speak about the personality of Imam Hussain. I didn't even speak about his beautiful qualities. I didn't even speak about his rank, his martaba. Just his blessed head has such a beautiful discussion. Allah, Allah, Allah. So, the incident of Karbala, many people put a picture that the Ahl Bayt of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam were oppressed, and they were helpless, they didn't have anything to do. I said that is wrong. So let's tackle this issue in a beautiful way. Many a times, questions come. And questions come from, unfortunately in today's time, question comes from university students. Most of the questions in these days of Muharram, they come from students of universities, students of colleges, students who go to school. Personally, I experienced this. Sometime back, one person called me, said, Munasab, it is the month of Muharram, few years ago. And, I have an issue. My children went to school to read about Karbala. If you can listen to my children, what they learned about Karbala. I said, okay. So, one child spoke, and his first sentence was, today we learned that Yazid rahmatullahi ta'ala. I said, hey, stop. As soon as I heard this first sentence, I said, stop. I said, this is what is going to happen when you're going to learn your deen from professors in your universities. This is what is going to happen when you learn your deen from teachers in schools. This is what is going to happen when you learn your deen from mistresses and madams in colleges and universities. That person who doesn't even know about Islam, that person who doesn't have a beard on his face, that person who doesn't know alif ba of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that person who doesn't know his aqaid, he is going to teach you the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then obviously you're going to have misunderstanding and misconceptions in your mind. Unfortunately, our youngsters, professor said that, so that became the final statement. What Munasab is going to say, we're not going to listen. Why? Because that is professor, this is Munasab. Yes, he is a professor, but he's not a professor in deen. He is a professor, he's not a professor in deen of Islam. He is a professor, he's not a professor of Aqidah. You want a professor of Aqidah? Go to a proper Sunni Sahihul Aqidah Alim Sahib. He is the best professor you can get of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So my youngsters, this young generation whose minds are and unfortunately we have very broad-minded people. Let's look at the open picture, Munasab. And this is the same teaching which is being taught to children in schools, in universities, in colleges. This is only one matter. Now I'm speaking about Karbala. Besides this, there are so many matters of Islam which are being taught to our children. They listen wrong, they understand wrong, then they express wrong. And the parents can't even do anything about it. Why? Because parents themselves don't know about the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Parents themselves don't know what happened in the battle of Karbala. Parents themselves don't know who was Yazid. Parents themselves don't know who was Hazrat Amir Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. Parents themselves don't know what happened in the history of Islam. How is that parent going to teach his son the proper thing? How is that parent going to rectify his daughter? So be alert. Everything which professor is saying in school about the deen of Islam is not true. It's not correct. Your professor is not Mufti Sahib. Your professor is not Alim Sahib. Irrespective of how much knowledge he has, irrespective of whatever his status is, he is not a scholar of deen. He has no right to speak about the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Will you ever go take advice, medical advice from an engineer? Engineer is qualified. He learned, he studied, he became an engineer. He sacrificed so much of his time. Go and take medical advice from him. No, why? Because now it's the matter of medicine, my health, my status. He says something wrong to me, I'm going to die. He says something wrong to me, I take the wrong medication, I'm finished. Then we're going to be very careful. No. For medicine, we go to doctor. We can't go to an engineer. We can't go to anyone else. Matters of Aqidah, matters of deen, there we want to have an open mind. Every professor, every John Divinary, every person who has knowledge will go and listen to the matters of deen from that person. Rectify yourselves, rectify your thinkings. The only people who can help you in the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are the scholars of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So objections and questions come from university students. Sir, 10th of Muharram, we all know Battle of Karbala took place. Family of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was martyred. It was an incident which touches everyone's hearts. So, shouldn't we mourn on this day? Shouldn't we cry on this day? Shouldn't we express sorrow on this day? Shouldn't we start screaming on this day? If we walk in the street and start hitting ourselves, is that not a way of expressing love for the Ahlul Bayt of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? I said the same thing. Because you didn't learn your Aqidah properly, your deen properly, that is why these objections came in your mind. I said, understand this entire masla properly. Everyone's listening with open ears, huh? Listen with open ears. Many people do this today, funny actions. They beat themselves, they cry themselves. Many people don't do anything in these 10 days. Some people say, no, you can't start a business in these 10 days. Some people say, no, you can't make nikah in these 10 days. Somebody says, no, you mustn't do anything which involves happiness. Why? It's 10 days of sorrow. You must cry, you must mourn in these 10 days. I said, listen to history properly. My Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was seated. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu was present on the blessed lap of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I'm speaking with authentic these references in front of me, I can give it to you. After the program comes, inshallah, I'll give you reference. Angel of rain came in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Angel of rain. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, give me ijazah, give me permission to come in your court. Who is asking for permission? Angel of rain. Who is he asking permission from? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi sallallahu gave him permission. He came in the court of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He saw that Imam Hussain bin Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu is seated on the lap of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was kissing him out of love, out of affection. Angel of rain asked, Ya Rasulullah, do you love him a lot? Nabi sallallahu said, yes, I love him a lot. Angel of death said, Ya Rasulullah, listen, your people from your nation are going to kill this grandson of yours. Your people from your nation means people from your nation are going to martyr this blessed grandson of yours. Then the angel said, Ya Rasulullah, should I bring the sand from that place where this grandson of yours is going to be made shaheed? Should I bring the sand from that place? Then the angel brought sand. Nabi Sallallahu had that sand, and that sand was kept by Sayyidah Salama radiallahu ta'ala anha, the blessed wife of Nabi Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Another narration, Nabi Sallallahu told her, O Salama, the day the sand turns to blood, you must know that's the day my grandson is made shaheed. You must know that's the day Hussain bin Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu is going to be martyred. Imam Hussain was a child at that time, on the lap of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And my Nabi sallallahu knew that he is going to be made shaheed. Am I right? My Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam knew he is going to be made shaheed. Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala knew Imam Hussain is going to be made shaheed. Sayyidina Fatima al-Zahra radiallahu ta'ala anha knew that my son is going to be made shaheed. Imam Hussain himself knew that I am going to be made shaheed. Let's go in more detail. Once Hazrat Ali Karbala was passing by a place. He asked someone, what is the name of this place? The person said, this is called Karbala. Imam Hazrat Ali started crying. He asked, why are you crying? He said, I heard Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying, summary of the hadith, that my son, my grandson, means Imam Hussain, is going to be killed in a place called Karbala. So the news was given already that Hazrat Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu is going to be made shaheed. Everyone knew about it. The place where he is going to be made shaheed, everyone knew about it. Now let me ask you a question. My Nabi makes a dua. Can the dua, or can it be such that dua is not answered in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? No. Whatever comes out from the mouth of my Nabi, immediately it happens. Immediately it's going to take place. It's always haq, it's always true. وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. आला हज़रत says वो दहन जिसको सब कुंजी कुंजी कहे उसकी नाफिज हुकूमत पे लाखों सलाम आला हज़रत says इजाबत का सहरा इनायत का जोड़ा दुल्हन बन के निकली दुआएं मोहम्मद that my Nabi's dua is so special as soon as it comes out of the mouth it's accepted in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My Nabi knew, very important point, listen, my Nabi knew Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu is going to be martyred. Did he make dua in the court of Allah? Ya Allah, don't let him be martyred in your court. Ya Allah, don't let the incident of Karbala take place. Did he make that dua? Hazrat Ali Karbala Kareem knew his son is going to be martyred. Did he make dua? Ya Allah, change it. Don't let my son be martyred in your court. Hazrat Fatima Zahra radiallahu ta'ala anha knew her son is going to be made shaheed. Did she make dua? Ya Allah, let it be such that my son is not made shaheed. Imam Ali Maqam, Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu knew he is going to be made shaheed in Karbala. Did he make dua in the court of Allah? Ya Allah, don't let me become shaheed in the land of Karbala. Everyone knew about him becoming shaheed. Everyone knew about the place where he is going to become shaheed. Nobody made dua for that scenario, for that situation to change. What's the reason? Then we go in the court of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you are respected. You knew your grandson is going to be made shaheed. His beloved parents knew he was going to be made shaheed. He himself knew he was going to be made shaheed. Why didn't you make dua in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The answer will come from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Listen, if I would have made dua, Allah ta'ala would have changed the situation. If I would have made dua, Allah ta'ala would have changed everything. My Hussain wouldn't have been martyred in the battle of Karbala. But nobody made dua. Ya Rasulullah, what is the reason? The answer comes from my Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The reason is so that in Karbala, when Imam Hussein's son Ali Akbar is being martyred, Imam Hussain must make sabr. Ali Asghar is being martyred, Hussain must make sabr. Family is being troubled, Hussain must make sabr. Everyone must be troubled, Hussain must make sabr. In the end, Hussain must go and sacrifice himself also, and he must also make sabr. Ya Rasulullah, what is the reason? The answer will come. If we make dua, the situation would change. But we didn't make dua. So every moment, Hussain must make sabr. Every moment, Hussein's rank must be elevated in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every moment, Hussain must thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every moment, Hussain must go closer to the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People say on that day, Ma'adallah, Imam Hussain died. I said, you are wrong. On that day, Imam Hussain revived Islam. On that day, Imam Hussain gave Islam a new meaning. On that day, Imam Hussain taught you how to love. And he sent a message. He said, everyone has families, but the best family is that family which is sacrificed in the blood of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone has children, but the best opportunity is that when you sacrifice those children in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone makes sajda, but the best sajda is that when you leave this world in the state of sajda. Imam Hussain said, everyone has heart, but the best heart is that heart which makes sabr on the work of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone has a head, but the best head is that head which is cut in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I looked at the work of Imam Hussain, when I looked at the sacrifice of Imam Hussain, then I looked at the work of Ala Hazrat. It was as if Ala Hazrat was looking at Imam Hussain and he wrote this beautiful stanza. He said, Ya Rasulullah, people are asking me what is a heart. People are asking me what is a head. I said, look at the life of Imam Hussain. Imam Hussain said, Ya Rasulullah, dil hai wo dil jo teri yaad se maamur raha, sar hai wo sar jo tere qadmon pe qurban gaye. Ya Rasulullah, the head is that head which is sacrificed in your court in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I said, Imam Hussain knew that he was going to be martyred, but still he waited for the opportunity. He had the desire of martyrdom in his heart. He had that desire, that fire in his heart to be martyred in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If somebody wants to be martyred, if if somebody desires to be martyred, if somebody loves to be martyred, it's not a moment of sadness, it's not a moment of screaming, it's not a moment of moaning. And that's an opportunity when he is going in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Imam Hussain was martyred and he went in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then there is no need to scream, there is no need to hit yourself, there is no need to moan. The only thing you must say is Hussain tujhe salam, Hussain tujhe salam, as-salam ya Hussain, as-salam ya Hussain. Where did you learn the deen of Islam that it's a day where you must moan, it's a day where you must cry? Imam Hussain eagerly waited for this opportunity. You say it's a moment where you must cry. He eagerly waited to go in the court of Allah. You say it's a moment where you must scream. I said, get your facts right. Learn about the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala properly. So the day Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was martyred, it's not a day of moaning, not a day of screaming, not a day of shouting, not a day of hitting yourself. It's a day of making the zikr of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. It's a day of remembering Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. It's a day of thinking and pondering on the lessons you learned from the battle of Karbala. It's a day where you look at the blessed life of Imam Hussain and from there you take some lessons and instill it in your life. This is what you are supposed to be doing in Muharram. Tell me, you hit yourself, you shouted, you screamed. Is any event going to change? Is anything going to turn? Is Imam Hussain not going to be martyred? Nothing is going to happen. Then why are you beating yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you shouting? Why are you screaming? Why are you moaning? Do that action, that when you do that action, you get reward from the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is make the zikr of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. Today is the 10th of Muharram. All of us, what are we doing? Making the zikr of Imam Hussain. There might be many people who claim to love Imam Hussain, but they're doing all sorts of funny things. I said that is not what you were supposed to gain from the battle of Karbala. Lots of discussions I came to on this topic. Many beautiful points we can discuss. Unfortunately, time is not permitting me. One last thing I'm going to share with you, and then I'll take your leave. I have your permission? I have your permission? Okay. Tomorrow is a public holiday, but inshallah, I'll take your permission. In the Battle of Karbala, after the Battle of Karbala completed, Mukhtar Saqfi was a person who went and killed all those people who were involved in the shahadat of Imam Hussain. One by one he went and he killed everyone. His army and Ibn Ziyad's army. Ibn Ziyad was the right hand of Yazid. His army, Ibn Ziyad's army were fighting. Ibn Ziyad saw an opportunity. He quickly got on his horse, started running away. Before I get killed, before I am destroyed, I can run away. On the way, because he ran so far with his horse, galloping, he started feeling thirsty. And out of that thirst, his throat became very dry. So while he was running away, he saw a tent. And he said, let me stop here and ask for some water from the people in this tent. They are carrying on. As soon as he went inside the tent, he saw one person was reading Quran. When he sat down to look at the face of that person, he saw that person was Imam Zainul Abidin radiallahu ta'ala, the son of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. So Ibn Ziyad looked and he said, I am the one who was responsible for the martyrdom of his father. I am the one who was responsible for the incidents of Karbala. And here he is in front of me and I need water. So he remained silent. Imam Zainul Abidin was also silent. So he thought that, okay, maybe he didn't recognize me. So Hazrat, I'm very thirsty, give me some water. Imam Zainul Abidin took out some water in a vessel and gave it to him. He drank that water. Again he said, Hazrat, I'm thirsty, give me some more water. Second time Imam Zainul Abidin gave some more water, he drank it. Third time again he asked, Hazrat, I'm thirsty, give me some water. Third time he had some water, now he was full. Now when the person is full, then he starts uttering nonsense. When he needs, then he becomes very sweet. After his need is fulfilled, then he starts opening his mouth. As it says, Tere khane, tere gulamo se ulje, ajab khane, ajab hai, ajab, munkir ajab khane, gulrane wale. So they eat from your court, they eat from your slaves, and after they eat full, then they want to speak against you, Ya Rasulullah. So that's the nature of hypocrites. So Ibn Ziyad, after he drank water, now he was full. After he drank, now he said, listen, ya, don't you recognize me? I am Ibn Ziyad. I am the same person who martyred your father, Hussain bin Ali radiallahu ta'ala in the battle of Karbala. I am the same person who was responsible for the events of Karbala. Don't you recognize me? Now Zainal Abidin said, yes, I recognize you. I know who you are. I know what you did. How can I forget you? You are the cursed person who destroyed and who went against the Ahlul of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ziyad said, if you recognize me, you knew who I was, you know what I came, you know what I did in the past, you know how evil I was, why did you still offer me water? Why did you still give me water? And not once, twice, not twice, thrice you gave me water until my thirst is quenched. What's the reason? Historical statement. And this is the lesson which you must take from Karbala. Imam Zainal Abidin said in his Yad, listen, sometime back we came as visitors to your place. We came as visitors. We didn't come to fight. We didn't come with an army. We came as visitors. The way you treated us, that was your tarbiyat, your upbringing, that which you learned from your family, from your people. Today you came to me as a visitor. The way I treated you is the upbringing of my family, the teaching of the family of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My family is so unique. An enemy even came in front of my Nabi. My Nabi always welcomed him with a smile. My Nabi always gave everyone. I am from that same family. Yes, I know what you did, but the way I treat you, it is because I have the blood of Muhammad Arabi in my veins. This is a lesson of Karbala which you are supposed to take. These incidents you are supposed to listen to. These incidents of Karbala you are supposed to listen to and then take messages from there. Don't listen to nonsense stories. Don't listen to incidents of Karbala which you find on the net. Don't listen to incidents of Karbala which you find on YouTube or Google. Don't listen to those incidents of Karbala which every person on every station is speaking. No! Learn the history of Islam from authentic people, from people who know the history of Islam. You must be thinking, why is Nasser emphasizing so much on one point? The reason why I'm emphasizing so much is because today, because of social media, our youngsters, our young generation, their minds are messed up because they listen to every person on every website, on every social media platform. And that's why there is so many questions in everyone's mind, so many unanswered misunderstandings, which unfortunately they can't be answered by normal people. And what happens? Those misunderstandings keep on growing until there comes a time where the same person who had misunderstandings, he will now start opening his mouth. When he opens his mouth, then he speaks against Sahaba Ikram. When he opens his mouth, he speaks against the Ahlul Bayt. When he opens his mouth, he starts speaking against the basic aqidah of Islam. So the message which I want you to take away from this night of Karbala, I would say, is educate your youth, educate yourself, and learn the proper education. Learn your deen from scholars of deen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to act upon the proper teachings of Islam, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all the true understanding of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ameen wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Jazakumullah.